Welcome to my craft room. Hey, Cricut just came out today with a new pop-up card for Easter. I already did the Easter basket one with the bunny and the eggs. So if you want to see that, you can click subscribe or check my channel. And this one's more of a religious Easter card. Now I changed the colors that what Cricut had, so it's up to you, but I really like the dark purple with the gold. So here we go. They're gonna open it this way. And there you go. Isn't that neat? How pretty is that? Plenty of places for you to put Happy Easter and sign or whatever you'd like to do with it. So, let's go make it. Okay, here we go. We got it all cut out. So now we need to put it together. Here is the card and the inside of the card. And then the very inside of the card. And I cut out a little gold because I kind of wanted to make the cross gold. So we're going to do that first. My hint is to separate your stuff onto paper plates, which I use over and over and over again. It just makes it easier for me to keep everything organized. Now, if you don't want to do the gold, you're just going to glue these on here. Something like that. And then it's going to come out just a light purple or whatever color that you chose to make it. Okay. But since we're doing some of it in the gold, I really like the gold. And I've got one little dot here. There we go. Okay. So first, let's fold this. On mine, I have this texture on here. So that's going to go on the very outside. We're going to fold on the score line here. There we go. Now, we need to put these here, just like this. Okay. And it's going to be open with this facing you, like this, like that. Okay. So, and then there'll be plenty of spots for you to sign or write Happy Easter or whatever you would like. So, look, I'm going to set this so it actually is the gold on the front. I just like that. So, I use art glitter glue right here. I'll put a link down in the description. I get it on Amazon. You can get it at many different arts and crafts. These are really good paper-to-paper glue. And it dries really fast. So for me, it makes it easier when you're doing a lot of this really quick, delicate, more light stuff. Sometimes this little tiny nozzle will get a little bit of glue in it. There it is. Got it. Okay, there we go. Now, don't need much. Never need much on cards because they're not really going to be manhandled that much. Okay, we're going to stick it right over the cross like that. Make sure. Yep. Okay, then on these, we're going to do it right here. If you're not going to use this, then you don't want to put any glue here in the middle because it'll show through on the cross on the front. So you want to just going to go around these edges. Okay, like this. But since you have this line cut out, I like to run another bead of glue along the line. Okay, and then right around these little things right here, just to get a good, thing. Now, if you start over here, you can kind of figure out, because you want it all to be the same distance. There we go. See, it's pretty much the same distance from the top and the bottom, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's homemade. Handmade stuff is never perfect. Let's see, I like this side better. Okay, so now we're going to match this side up, and we're going to go ahead and do this first so it can be drying. Now, when you are making these pop-up cards, I always suggest, I'm going to put some glue here because there's no cutout here. I always suggest, if you have time, to leave it out and dry overnight or a few hours, because you don't want to close it and give it to somebody, but the glue isn't dry, and then it's stuck on the glue. See? So you want to match up these two right here. There, how's that? That looks good right there. Okay. There, we got the basics of our card done already. Look how quick that was, okay? Now, on the Cricut site, it says that this is advanced and it's difficult. No, this is one of the easiest pop-ups that I've ever done, and I've done a bunch. So if you'd like to do some more pop-up cards, I also have an Easter basket card that I just uploaded yesterday, since Easter's here in a couple weeks. So so if you want to do some more, just subscribe, and I will end up having all of the pop-up cards on my channel, okay? Because I love pop-up cards. Okay, here's your greens. You see both of these tabs are on the left-hand side. That's because one of these is going to flip to the back, okay? And it's going to cover up this top green. That's the reason that I left this green, because it's the part of the flowers, okay? So we're going to glue those on in just a minute. But first, let's get the flowers glued on this. Now, all of these flowers are hooked together, as you can see. So you'll see there's big ones and small ones, and then we're going to flip it over and do the same on the back side. So this one has a big one here. So, of course, it's going to go here. And then this one has a big one on this side. See, so they'll fit. You won't have any trouble figuring out which flowers go where, since they're hooked together. That makes it a lot easier to figure out, because there's one big flower and one small flower. And we're just going to put them right over this purple. Now, if you decided to do this with the regular colors that Cricut had, the greens and aquas, you're going to follow the same pattern. I mean, you're going to be doing the same stuff. I just really like the dark purple. I think that with the cross for Easter, I just always like that color combination. So, and then of course the gold, because Easter's such a big deal. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. This one has the big flower. So let's do that real quick, and then we will glue the tops of the crosses on. You don't need a ton of glue. This is not, if you're making something and people are going to be touching it all the time, you know, then you're going to use more glue and worry about it being strong enough and all that stuff. These are cards, and they won't really be touching the cross. So you just make sure that it's glued in good so it'll pop up and close well. Okay, there's all your flowers. See? There we go. Now we're going to glue these crosses onto here. Do you see these slits right here? We're going to be using those. So let's make sure that we match them up with these two right here. But this will go straight on that green. That's why I left it green. Normally I wouldn't like it, but I do like the green and purple together, so I'm good with that. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue pretty much everywhere. No big deal. And actually, to tell you, like I said before, this is actually one of the easiest pop-up cards that I've done, but all of them are easy. Once you see kind of the process, it makes sense, and it makes it a lot easier. So now we're going to just meet this. Now I can't hardly see, because I have this so far out in front of me, because I want you to be able to see. Okay, I didn't realize I was that far over. Okay, there we go. And it's going to go right on top. And just make sure you get it pretty good, pretty even there. I got a little glue on my fingers. Okay, just like that. Okay, make sure our slits are still open. We're pretty good. This is a little off kilter, but that's fine. This one's a little off. See how it's got a little bit of green right here, and it's a little green in the slit. If that gives us a problem, I'll just run a pair of scissors and cut it real quick. It's not a big deal. So if you have that problem, it's fixable. Okay. So, and I will show you how to fix it here in just a minute. Let's get both of these glued up. Okay. You don't have to glue every little bitty part, but you want the main parts that, you know, the edges and the middles, like this. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Now, let's get this put on. Again, I'm trying to do this without being able to see real well. I should probably stand up. go. There's that side, and let's get this side. There we go, just like that. Okay. There we go, got a little bit of glue, and this is why I say you want to leave this open. Now, since this is shiny, if I get a little glue on it, I can just wet it and wipe it right off because, you know, it's not like regular paper. And this glue is supposed to be invisible too. Okay, you see right here where I've got a little bit of overlap of the green. It's not that much, and I normally wouldn't do it if I wasn't filming this for you guys. But it's not that part I'm worried about. I'm worried about this slit right here. You see how there's a little green showing? So I am just going to run a pair of scissors over it really fast and just cut it out. There you go, just like that. Easy peasy. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of the glue. Okay, now, these are actually going to go back to back, okay? So they got a little bent from gluing and messing with them. So there we go. Now, this is going to go in the middle, and these two, it's going to be a sandwich like this, see? Okay. So first thing, we're going to use the green. You've got the green parts and the gold parts, and that's it. And like I said, this is one of the easiest ones that I've done. So let's pull gold out. Okay, so we're going to do the green parts first. And your middle slit is going to go into this slit right here. Okay, so we're going to do that. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Your green is going to go into the very last one right here. The purple's actually going to go in the middle. Okay, and we're going to do that on the other side too. Okay, you're going to do the first slit right here. Okay. There you go, just like that. And then the purple, it's the same on either side, so it really doesn't matter. Mine is textured, so it's a little more textured on this side, so I'm going to use that as the front. Okay, and this is going to go in the middle slit in both of these. Okay, just a minute, and I'll swing it up to the top where you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to bring it up where you can see it better. There we go. Now, we're going to push this one all the way to the end. Oh, it's too hard for me to do it that way. Let me get the slots in. There we go. There's that one. And this one. There we go. There. Now, you see how that is? You can see it from the bottom. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to put the other green one right on the front, okay? So each of these tabs are going to be on opposite side. This one's on this side, this one's on this side, you see? Okay, and it's going to go on these top slits of the green, okay? So you're just going to slide it right in just like we did all the other two, okay? You're just going to slide right in. There you go, just like that. Now, you see the bottom here? These are going to bend out like this. There you go, just like that. Now, all you got left is these two little pieces, and they are going to go up here in these slots that we were talking about before, okay? So these are going to go down. Now, my paper, if you're using two-sided paper, it's not a big deal. My paper is not two-sided. It's only gold on one side. So I want to make it so the gold is on the outside. So let's see if I can do this from the top and show you. Each one of these crosses has a slit right here. See? And there's a slit right there. See? So what we're going to do is they're going to go in these three little slots. So you probably won't be able to do them all at once. You may have to do them one at a time. We'll just wait and see what makes it easiest. There we go. Oh, the back one slipped out. Let's get that put in. There we go. Purple's not quite in. Let's get the purple in. There we go. Okay, and you're just going to keep sliding this down. Ah, it's caught on the back. There we go. Why isn't this going in? Just a second. There we go. Okay, I think I know what the problem was, is that it's a little thicker. So instead, let's do it one at a time. Look, here's the green. Then we're going to slide the purple in. And don't worry about the bottom. If the bottom comes undone, we can do it real easy. Boy, these are some tight slots. And then the front one. There you go. Just like that. You see that? And you're going to push it all the way down. Okay? Or push them all the way up. Whatever makes it, whatever makes it easier. So see, you really don't see that once you're done. Look, it kind of disappears. Okay. Now, we are going to do that to the other side too. Okay. Again. Okay, the back one. Let's get it started. There we go. There we go, just like that. Then let's get the purple in. Come on, purple. There we go. And the green one in. Hold on. I didn't quite catch the purple, so let me do that. Get that in there so it'll slide. See, it's got to slide. There we go. See, it's got to slide all the way down. There we go, just like that. And then let's get this front one done. Get it slid into the little slot right there, see? Now, I'm kind of manhandling this a little bit, but we can fix it if it gets a little bent, okay? It's not a big deal. Uh-oh, this side came out too. Okay, all of this can be fixed. Let me get this back in its line. It's all a little fiddly. All of this you got to kind of fiddle with a little bit. But it's not hard because once we do this, then we're done. Let me get that in there. Ah, the purple's not lined up. That's where our problem is. Okay. There we go. Let's get that in the purple. There we go. Okay, I've got all three lined up. Now, look at the bottom here because I've been messing around with it. My green's gotten out of whack. So we'll just put that right back where it was. There we go. And this one, remember we were doing all three slots. There we go. There we go. Come on. Doesn't like me today. There we go. There. See how it goes all the way to the bottom right here? Same on this side. I just came a little bit off. Not a big deal. There we go. Trying to do this while still keeping it in your picture. Okay. There's greens in. Purple's in. Greens in. There we go. Okay. Make sure this is down. Yep. Okay. Now, you've got your greens. So your greens right here. Your other green right there. You got your golds. Gold here, gold there. And then you can tell if you've got them right because, look, you can make them all go flat. Yeah, look. See, this one's not quite in there, right? There we go, just like that. There we go. Get all of our, look, see? There we go. See how they're way down in there? Okay, and then they're down here. So there we're good. Okay. Now, all we have to do is hook this into our thing here. Okay, now remember, you got to make sure that you know where the front and back of your card is, okay? So we're going to lay it out. Here's the front, and we're going to lay it out how you're going to open it up. Okay, now, you see you got your two circles, okay? When you put them on, you're going to match up to the edges of the purple paper, and then you're going to make sure that these two are even. So first, you're going to have one that's got the slit to, as it's facing you, it's a little higher than the other and over to the right, and this one's to the left. So I'm going to leave them there so it makes it a little easier for you, okay? And here's the front of our card. That's the one we decided was the front, right? Okay. And then if these get a little out of whack while we're doing this, it's not a problem. We can fix it, okay? So let's do this side first. You're going to put this tab into this, and you're going to point it this way and glue it underneath, okay? So let's pick this up, and this is going to go into the slot, just like this, underneath. There you go. And you see this fold right here? You want to make sure that you get it all the way down to the fold, okay? And then you're going to glue it right here, see? Okay, so we're going to throw some glue under there, and we'll glue it better once we put the right circles onto the actual base. Okay, but you might want to hold it for a second. Make sure it's got a good hold there. Okay, and then we're going to glue in this other side too. Okay, and so you're just like this, or just like this, and you're going to put this right in. We're going to do the exact same thing for this side. Okay, so. Come on, let's get in there. These slots are tight. Okay, and again, you're going to make sure you go all the way up to that fold. Okay. And it doesn't matter where the circles are right now. You just want to make sure you get all the way up to the fold and you get this glued down. Okay, right there on the fold. There we go. Okay. Now, the easiest way to glue this is you're going to just pick one side or the other. It's probably easier since we already have this side going here. And you're going to kind of figure out where you want it in the middle. Match it up to this edge. We're going to put a bunch of glue on here, including around this tab. Okay, here we go, just like that. Okay. And then you're just going to bend it over, okay? So you're going to make sure that the edges of the circle are even with the edges of the purple insert. You see right here? You see right here? Like that, okay? And then we're going to do the same with the other side, okay? And we're going to make sure that they're even right here so it looks like a good, circle. So, but again, doesn't have to be perfect. Handmade is never going to be perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to match this up too. There you go, just like that. Boom. Now, let's make sure that all of our things are down, like this one is not. The little gold ones aren't quite down. There we go, I got them. Green ones look good. Make sure all my bends. Okay, now here's your test. Let's close it. Okay, my golds aren't bending well, so let's double check. There we go. Okay, now here's your test. Ready? Boom, just like that. See, I did it. Look at that. Look what a great job you did. Just make sure that all these little tabs are down and you are set. Look at that. Look at that. Look what a great job you did. That is so cool, isn't it? Great job.